It was late at night, the night before a big exam, that I first heard the noise. It sounded like someone was moving around in my living room. I figured that it was nothing, just the floorboards of this old house, but it still made me uncomfortable. I went to check and, as I expected, there was nothing there. So I went back to study for the exam. Despite the distraction, I passed my test. So, to celebrate, I went out with some friends and had a small party. By the time I arrived home, it was well past midnight, and I decided to relax and watch some movies. About halfway through my movie, A Nightmare Before Christmas, I heard the sound again. It was louder than before, like someone walking back and forth in the living room. Feeling a bit brave, I decided to check. Again, there was nothing. However, this was starting to bother me. The following nights had the same sound, getting louder and louder each night. I decided to stay up in the living room to find out what it was. I sat in the living room reading a book when the time arrived. Unfortunately, tonight there was no sound. It was as silent as it should have been. Figuring that whatever was causing the problem had fixed itself, I turned off my reading light and went off to bed. The second the light was out, I heard the voice. "Would you like to see me?" it asked, in a deep voice. Terrified, I ran from the living room and into my bedroom, locking the door and calling the police. When they arrived, they found no one in the house, other than me, of course. They reassured me that I was probably just hearing things, that I was exhausted from staying up the night before or something. So I decided to take their advice and get some rest. The next night, I decided to study some more, just so I could get my mind off that horrifying voice. But no matter what I did, I could not stop thinking of it. It felt like whatever it was watching me from the shadows. After an hour of studying, I looked at the clock. It was still an hour before the noises were supposed to start, so I decided to get a drink to calm my nerves. After getting my drink from the kitchen, I turned off the light and made my way down the darkened hallway, towards my bedroom, the light of which filled the hallway. As I reached the hallway entrance, I heard it again. "Turn around, take a peek," it whispered into my ear. I could feel its icy cold breath on the nape of my neck as I froze in terror. At the end of the hallway, lit by my bedroom light, was a full-body mirror. Behind me was a tall figure. An inhumanely twisted smile rested on its lips. Its pale eyes looked up and saw the mirror, seeing that I saw it. It spoke once more, in its inhumanely deep voice. "Ah, you saw me."